at a con or something.
Okay. 3, 2,
You
1.
did say it last week.
Hello. We are. This is so wrong. This is so incorrect.
Me when I'm
Oh
wrong.
my
Oh.
god.
Oh, God, me.
Guys,
me when
I'm
wrong.
depressed today.
You are?
Yes, I dropped Amelia off at the airport this morning.
That's sad.
Me when I'm sad.
That is unfortunate. Did you have a
cried.
good time? Did you have a good time with your good friend Amelia?
An amazing time, but I did cry dropping them off.
Well, then it's completely not worth it. Why'd you do that?
You know what? You're right. You're no longer invited next year.
If it doesn't spark joy,
End it. Kill them. I'm gonna send Pat a text because I always message him on Discord and he's like, "You have my phone number," and I'm like, "Okay."
Lamau. No, he's at a con, isn't he?
I have no idea.
He told us last week he wasn't coming.
Did he?
We had this whole conversation at the end of the game, and you knew it was just going to be Danny and me.
Oh, I must have been too stressed to remember.
me when I'm too stressed to remember.
POV, me for real.
Me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at a con.
You guys are on the wrong side. There
Oh.
we go.
Hi
Can I be Danny?
everybody, I'm Brooklyn Tuesday,
No,
the
you're on the wrong
god of
screen.
crying.
We're not currently using
Danny!
Danny, stop it!
Danny!
What? I'm just a skeleton.
Yeah! Perfect impression of me. For real,
Thank you.
for real.
Oh man, I was late today because I got sucked into a conversation with one of my friends, good friend Valid Boy, friend of the stream and mod, and we were just chatting for an hour, and then I lost track of time as I'm wont to do.
What were y'all talking about?
I just got
Just yucking
makeup
it up,
all
we're just
over my
catching
shirt.
up. Just catching up as besties do, and my brain melted and forgot time, and then I also had to clean, and then I also had to organize dinner, and it's been a day.
It's been a day.
Truly,
One of the days of all time.
one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just telling you guys that I got Baldur's Gate, but I can't play it until I get the Mythic Arna skin, and because Amelia's been here, I haven't been able to play Overwatch, but I need the Mythic Arna skin, and I'm on I think I'm only on level 50 of the Battle Pass, so I am not allowed to play Baldur's Gate yet.
How many hours have you played already? Let me check.
It wouldn't be that much. I don't even think it's been one.
Yeah, where's Brooklyn Tuesday on my
Yes, you can look. It's
I'm
not
gonna go
much.
check. I'm gonna go check. Brooklyn has played how many hours of Baldur's Gate? Let's view your profile. 2.3 hours. Okay. Okay, that's
Oh, okay.
respectable.
Yeah, so
that's
you got
respectable.
you got out of the Nautiloid.
No, I spent a long time in the
Wow.
character creator.
Okay, wait, I forgot. Adjust. An hour and a half in character creation. 30 minutes in the Nautiloid.
Yeah.
What class did you pick?
Warlock,
was
obviously. What?
No, I almost picked Warlock. And then I was like, no, I always pick Warlock.
You are so out of character for
I
you.
know.
Look,
I
you are
I
a
picked
creature of
I
consistency
picked
and
Wizard
habit.
because I wanted to try the most amount of spells and see how
Brooks,
the magic.
this is how we know Brooke is really going through it. Brooke is changing.
Brooke is
I
this
know.
is the this is the
And
D
it's
and D
funny-
equivalent. This is like like when people dye their hair or like shave their head. This is the same.
Well, speaking of which, because Amelia was sitting right here, and I was like, oh, I like the sound of playing a drow or a tiefling. Like, I'm trying to choose, but I think I'm leaning drow. And then Amelia goes, yeah, but I think you have to deal with a bunch of racist bullshit if you play drow. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I ended up picking tiefling, and then I'm like, this is the stereotypical choice for me, but it's not what I want to play because they don't have Kalishtar on the option or Changeling.
At least you're consistent to the the ethnicity of your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gay. You can also always respec if you want to try Warlock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's very
Go find the skeleton.
You can find
and then you can.
Oh, dude, I've got a crazy theory. Do you know Withers?
Yeah.
You find him in a
Oh,
temple.
I don't want to hear. Hold on.
You find him in a
Okay.
temple of Jurgle.
Yeah, the original god of death, the scribe of death.
Withers is Jurgle.
Really?
That's my theory. That's my theory. I haven't played much of Act 3, but that's my theory. Okay.
No.
No, am I wrong?
No.
All right, you're back.
Love
All right,
with
but
it.
hi. Enough Baldur's Gate. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. We're here.
Are they the same thing?
Well, what me and Brooklyn have done to Dungeons and Dragons, stacks dragons. I am Upbeat Outlaw. I am the dungeon master for this evening. I use he/they pronouns. And boy howdy, am I a little sleepy fella today. I'm tired. I've been streaming like a mad lad.
And then after you're done streaming, you come on my stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Network.
I am also tired because I got up at 3 a.m. to drive Amelia to the airport because their flight was at 6 a.m. And then I had to drive home, and I live an hour away from the airport.
Gross.
We
I woke up at 3 o'clock today.
could just do funny punishments. We could.
But what were we doing last time? What were we doing?
I was about to meet my parents.
Oh right, yeah. Holy shit, we gotta do that.
Wait.
like-
Can you let me do
Yeah.
my mascara? I just need to do my mascara and then I can concentrate. So can we just like
Listen, Diari,
Right.
I know this
Like-
huge revelation about your family,
2 minutes?
but like I have to. Listen, I have to go to work. I had my shift today. I can't miss this. Okay, otherwise I'm going to get
Can
fired.
we warm up with that? I don't know if I am
I think
mentally
I also
prepared.
need a warm up. I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I need a warm up. This is a flashback sequence. We'll do a flashback sequence.
I don't know
warm
if
up.
I can get in character
I'm
ready
right
to
into-
meet my
right into a
character's
very-
parents.
Yeah.
Dude,
you
always
said
in
that and I was
character.
like, oh man, my brain is putty. I forgot we had to do that. My bad. Okay.
Y'all are weak. I'm always a skeleton.
You're so right for that, King. Let's.
This is why we all need to play skeletons, because then we'll always be prepared. Take
Is
your skin off.
that
Take
your
off your
reason?
skin.
That's
Do you
your
not like
reasoning.
how your skin feels? Take your skin off.
That's not good advice.
Take your skin off.
Don't listen to Danny, chat.
Don't
Table
listen to
management,
Danny.
more like nervous system. Take your skin off.
Anyways,
Anyways!
let's go to the cathedral theme. So while we wait for the warm up, back in Gottfried's lair dungeon judicial system nightmare, right hand Punisher liaison Lieutenant Viari Gottfried. You sit before you, see a long lineup of people deserving of punishment. I'm gonna only try and tell you, and now assume in between the ones I tell you, there are a multitude of people who are just assholes, jerks, mean. They were killed people. Like, they're not interesting. They're uninteresting, but they still deserve punishment, you know? But I'm gonna give you guys the interesting cases.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Throw me a bone.
So,
If I don't have skin, then I don't have tattoos, then carve it into your bones. Duh.
mhm.
Easy solution. Coward.
In walks a man, shackled, hands to feet, wearing a more modern prison outfit. And he looks at you with a cold stare, Gottfried. I'm not afraid of you.
You don't need to be.
Is he lying?
Yes. He's pissed his pants 3 times and had to have them prestidigitated. He is not in a good way. This is really rough for him.
So, hi, welcome. How you doing, buddy? What's your name?
You can... Ah, fuck. He has forgotten his name. Viari, you, being what you are, hear his thoughts resonate in this room. He's remembering a nickname he had for himself that he does not want to stay here.
What's the nickname?
Crazy Craig. And he does not want to be called Crazy Craig, because he's been called Crazy Craig a lot. And he thinks it's an uninteresting, tired name that has no reason to have stuck around for this long.
Amazing. So, Crazy Craig?
Is that your name, buddy?
No! My
Crazy
name!
Craig?
My name is
Cantankerous
Craig.
Craig?
No. I heard that word before.
Let's use that then. Cantankerous gregarious. All right. Cantankerous gregarious. What did you do, buddy? Again, this is your chance to be honest and open. This is a somewhat safe space. What you got?
Somewhat safe space. Looks over to Florida.
Don't mind the screaming boat. Okay.
Well, I killed people.
How many?
10 total.
What kind of people?
Why?
Well, I killed one person just for fun in the street, just because I could. They threw me in prison, and then I killed 9 more. Just to make sure that I was a top dog there.
Oh, well,
Went to bed
hello.
And woke up here.
Wow. Can I check him on my iPad? I'm going to turn off my baby sensory video, and I'm going to see what he did.
The idea that Gottfried sits there watching baby sensory videos
It's the melons and berries jumping around to music, but he put them on so.
I did not know what these were until I met you and found out that
unironically, I fucking love them.
Stream.
They're so fucking funny. I'm just like, yeah, let's go.
Amazing.
Gottfried watches Subway Surfers while dishing out eternal punishment.
It's like, okay, so Family Guy funny moments.
So, as you scroll through his iPad, you see that the person that he killed, it was a member of his own family. It was his own. He murdered his grandfather. His grandfather was a jerk. Grandfather tried to steal hundreds of millions of dollars from the family and was trying to steal him from his inheritance post his death.
Okay.
Wait, so they're a family of rich people?
Family of rich people.
So you come from money, and when someone tried to steal your money, you killed them, and then you went to jail and killed more people.
I mean, it's a way to say it, I guess.
Is it correct?
It's not incorrect. It's just I feel like you're missing a lot of nuance.
What's the nuance?
Please give us
explain.
nuance.
Yes, please explain.
My grandfather was a jerk.
Yes, I see that. It's here.
That money was supposed to be mine. I was supposed to use it to start up my small business. You see, have you ever heard? I had an idea, right? See, money. It's not real.
Oh no.
But
Oh God.
But you know what is? You know what a blockchain is, right?
I'm gonna kill you myself. Hold me back. Hold me back.
First and foremost, I think that part of this man's punishment is that everyone always calls him by the most embarrassing nicknames, always and never by his real name.
He doesn't even know his real name. It's Crazy Craig here.
Yeah, but I just think it'd be funny if he had to suffer for the rest of
I
eternity
agree.
of everyone think. Yeah.
So, was it crypto or NFTs? Like
Both.
Oh my god.
Okay. I think that.
I just need a small investment in order to get in on the blockchain, you know?
And then you killed your grandfather.
What if we turn him into money? It's used for gross stuff.
I mean, yeah, but he wants money, and turning him into the embodiment of what he wants just feels a little backwards.
Yeah, but make him just be owned by people who are forever got snotty hands and stuff. Just make it awful for him. No, okay, can I just pause? Because that comes from a story of working in customer service. It happened to my stepsister. This guy was paying one day, and he was paying in notes or whatever, but he wiped his nose, and there was so much snot that you could see it as he pulled his hand away, and he reaches down and grabs the money out or whatever and hands it to her, and she's just being very, very stone-faced and keeping her cool or whatever. That's where that idea came from, and that story. I swear I don't just think about these things for no reason.
Ew!
It was disgusting. It was literally the most disgusting, vile thing I have. bless her for doing her job.
I like to imagine Viari has gone through this whole story and regaled it to someone that she once knew, and everyone in the room is disgusted.
Make him like a minimum wage job, and everyone is like that.
You know what? That's not a horrible idea. Listen, buddy. Question. Did you go to college?
I went to college. I went to university for business.
Scholarship?
Paid for it.
Okay, then. Oh,
Made my-
you paid out of pocket? Yeah.
I mean, my parents did.
Perfect. All right, then. Good to know. Anyways, so I have a pharmacy.
A pharmacy? You own a pharmacy?
Yes, it's actually just down the road in Florida. If you look over there, there's Miami Beach.
What does he see when he looks down towards where you're pointing? The
Hell.
Just
Fire.
kidding.
Fire. Death. The sky is blood red. The beaches are filled with spring breakers. It's horrible. And out on the coast, you hear a screaming boat.
Help!
Help me!
As it sinks beneath the waves once more.
Listen, I have a pharmacy, and lots of people here need their medicine. So here's what you're gonna do. You are gonna work at the till, all right? You're gonna be paid 3 cents for every 5 hours you work. And for the amount of money that you need to pay back your inheritance to me, and once you're done, we'll discuss from there.
3 cents. 3 cents per hour for 5
5
hours.
hours.
Gottfried, I think he should get to earn minimum wage at least.
That is a sixth.
That's minimum wage in Florida.
That's a sixth of a cent an hour. Mans is earning halfpence. He is earning halfpence like a fucking 1600s Victorian child.
Have fun. I'll be down later to pick up my Vyvanse.
And make sure you have to clean your hands between every single interaction.
Yeah, good luck finding the sink though.
I'm just gonna quickly calculate how much money he was supposed to get. This will take him 333 million years.
Time is strange here.
Gottfried, I think that we could standardize punishments for billionaires, like, who don't necessarily do anything actively evil, but like just the fact that they're billionaires or whatever, and they don't help the world properly, by making them work minimum wage until they earn the thing. Like, if we standardize that as like a go-to.
I don't disagree, Viari, but when's the last time a billionaire was not inherently evil?
I hear you. I just want to incorporate it into all of that, like, as a standard part of
like
all
just
of
like
their
a
punishment.
baseline.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with that. It'll automate the system a lot faster. Baseline minimum wage job, which here in Florida, aka my domain, is 3 cents every 5 hours.
I like how it is a positively indivisible amount of time. Like, you can't, like, working out how much you make an hour is depressing.
We say the 5 hours to boost morale.
It's like a whole day of work. It's like a half a day of work and you've made...
Hey, listen, 10 hours. That's 6 cents, buddy.
That's hilarious.
Racks on racks. Anyways, goodbye, Crazy Craig. Again, make sure to, organize the pharmacy. Animus needs his antidepressants, okay?
Adamus? Who's Adamus?
He's my first employee ever. He was like you. He was rich and a billionaire, but ever since he thought he died, he's kind of reformed himself. He's a really good tailor, and right now he's a stand-in justicia for the God of Truth.
So there's a way to get promoted here.
Oh, buddy.
Well, he was here for how long? How long was he here for? I'm gonna talk to like one of my other aspects. Just like, how long was he here for? I've been gone a while.
He was here for 25 years.
25 years, and he only
shouldn't
had
have
to
been
make suits.
By the way, I calculated that wrong. I had to turn my phone sideways to tell me the full time. It's 333 billion years.
That makes more sense. I did think it didn't sound high
Yeah,
enough.
that's why it didn't sound. I was like, there's no way.
I wasn't gonna question it because I don't know, but
There are ways to move up in the world, like the Colosseum. They got lots of promotions there. First guy who ever went to the Colosseum technically works for me now. He can't die though, which you think is a good thing, but it's not. But hey, listen, get that
But you're
Vivax
not
ready.
scared.
What? Sorry? So,
Go for it.
Gary, what'd you say?
Oh, I just said, but you're not scared,
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
I'm not. One of your skeletons hands him his uniform, slaps him on the head, and like the back, like a good job, and then sends him on his way.
There's no paid sick days either.
You see,
Because all days are sick days.
He slowly walks towards the flames as they engulf him. He
All
did kill
days are
10
sick
people,
days.
and by virtue of him being a billionaire, he killed a lot more by stealing their wages and letting them starve. Isn't that hilarious? to think
I'm not
about?
gonna lie. By the end of that, I had forgotten that he killed people.
Listen, the killing is pretty horrible, but he did it after the fact that he was a billionaire, and that's more important. Because remember, kids, all billionaires are evil, because no one is that rich without doing something horrible.
And realistically, you only become a billionaire by stealing wages from the people that work for you. And if you steal wages, that is an active decision to kill some of those who you steal from. Remember that,
See?
kids.
The only good kind of rich people is Post Malone.
You can earn $1 million comfortably. Like, you can do that. You can. Millionaire? That's feasible.
Well, there is also a difference between someone who's earning $1 million and someone who's a millionaire. Someone who's earning $1 million, assuming that's like a yearly thing, that's way more than just a millionaire. Like, it's not, it's still technically a millionaire, but that is like
That's hundreds of
well
millions.
above the baseline
Yeah.
of what a millionaire is, you know?
But you can earn in the hundreds of millions, like, without being an asshole. But that's like the peak. You can do that and nothing more. You
But
cannot.
also hundreds of millions is a lot.
It is a lot. I'm just saying that it's possible to earn that without being a dickhead. You know? It's
Yeah.
not. Is it realistic? No fucking way. Is it possible? Yes. The second you make $1 billion, you are fucking someone over along the way. You are
Because
doing
it is
something
possible
fucked
to
up.
donate so much money that you stop being a billionaire.
And you
People
can
have done
call
it.
that donating money paying your workers a fair wage.
Again, I like that baseline of like they all do minimum wage for like X
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of
yeah.
time. I think we should I think there's like the minimum is like you have to pay back as much money as
Yeah.
you stole from people.
Yeah,
like
as much as your value, like, because you know how people have, if their assets aren't liquid, they'll be like, oh, I don't have that much money, but
No,
actually
exactly,
their
and that's
assets
how like
are
all
billions.
billionaires
Yeah.
evade taxes. Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah. So, I think that if we do it like that and we make it so that they
That's
have
it.
to
They
pay
have
back
to
the
pay back
value
all
of.
the taxes and the money that they stole.
So
I
the
like
value
it.
of everything plus the taxes they didn't pay.
I like this plan. Anyways, next.
I think that's a good warm up because we do that. We did dick around for a bit. Let us
Remember,
transition now
billionaires aren't your friends.
from silly goofy times to
Fuck.
something more serious. My dinner. I need to go grab my dinner actually. One second. Entertain
Outlaw.
chat, please.
Anyways,
Daniel Phantom.
Brooke, do you want to hear the lore about the Necrons from Warhammer 40k?
Have you told me the lore about the Necrons?
Not the Necrons. I've told you
No,
about
you
a
told me
lot
about
of
the nuns.
the Sisters of Battle. I love nuns with guns.
And then you
Alright.
incorporated them into the D&D game that you run. And it was honestly so good. That nun, like the head nun, was one of the best villains. I was thinking about her recently because the way that you portrayed her was so good. The voice was so disgusting.
Thank you.
Danny puts you into the most like eldritch abomination Victorian fantasy horror bullshit, but like in the most fun, grueling way.
They were on boats in the middle of an endless ocean that if you put your head under, you'd go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
I
rubber
was
room, guys.
constantly infected with insanity. It was stressful.
Mm-hmm. It's very fun. Anyways, Necron lore. You want to
Amazing.
hear about my space skeletons that are made of metal?
Well, I wanted to hear about Baldur's Gate, but you know what? If you want to
What
talk
about
your
Baldur's?
Necron-
What do you want to talk about Baldur's Gate? It's the best game ever.
Well, because I only just started playing it. I don't know how it works.
So have you played Dungeons and Dragons, Mark? No?
What's that?
What's that?
Actually, I will say this is almost a disadvantage for me right now. With the Baldur's Gate stuff, it keeps tripping me up because whenever a mechanic works slightly different in the game versus because it's balanced better than
Oh my god.
5e.
Yes.
But because of that, whenever a mechanic is different, I'm very confused. I'm like, fuck, wait, hold on. And I have to read. The problem is I'm having to read everything because I like playing spellcasters in general. You have to read all the spells in the first place. Da, 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 da. A lot of it's fine. A lot of it
Well, you know in
can
Baldur's
just,
Gate
like-
you could cast more than one level spell per turn, right?
I feel like I tried to do that.
No, you can.
And I
you
couldn't.
can misty step into like a fireball and stuff like that. Like bonus actions are free to cast spells as well as your action on your turn.
Oh, but it's not 2 actions.
No,
Okay.
you can action surge and cast another spell.
I don't know. I don't have any levels in fighter yet. I only just started. I spent a lot of time in the character creator.
2 hours to be exact.
Okay, no.
Sorry, 1 hour 45.
I'm back. Sorry.
My little guy's purple and has pink hair.
Just like my tiefling.
Really?
Yes, that was my first character.
Oh, amazing. Danny, we're the same person sometimes.
I know. It's you, me, Amelia, Haley Whipjack, and Nick Meyer for some reason are all the same person.
And offbeat.
No, I'm definitely one of your brothers. I am all of your siblings. Congratulations.
Sometimes we're the same person.
We're on the same wavelength, but I feel very much like I am your brother. I have
No,
various
it's like, no,
stages
you
of
guys are on
development.
the same wavelength. And recently I've coined the term, not coined, but I've been using the term belligerent and unsettling. Offbeat's the belligerent, you're the unsettling. Same wavelength, just different vibes, you know?
Yeah, you know, I
It's like one of you is a microwave wave, the other one is radiation.
take your pick, losers.
You wanna put your head in
I
a
am
microwave,
Chernobyl, the person.
Hello there!
Hello
It's
there.
me,
I'm described
Chernobyl.
as the Chernobyl of people.
Some call me the Hiroshima of men.
No.
You might
Nope,
even say,
nope.
Nope what? Nope what?
Hiroshima is
You
a
can make
different
fun of
thing.
They
American.
call me Oppenheimer. Call
Okay,
me
well, if
Robert
you make fun of the
Oppenheimer.
Americans,
You can be an American atrocity.
American atrocity.
Pick one.
Call me Jamestown.
Why don't we call you Pearl Harbor?
Michigan's water situation. Why do you guys have so many?
Big Target.
Dude. Did you just say big target?
Big Target.
For some reason, I thought you meant the store, like big Target, like big pharma. I'm gonna be like, not like it isn't. America. I'm done. I'm
Big
done.
Target.
Oh, apparently, because Amelia was telling me that the target signs are a different font in Australia.
What?
Smaller Target.
I don't know.
Not as big target.
Anyway, back to D&D.
Anyways.
Viari, in
Yes.
the dreaming, you have just met the Kalashtar.
Mm-hmm.
A group of people who are transformed ink folk. Dreams themselves. The manifestation of dreams.
Do they have the ink, like the watercolor thing?
They, as you look at their edges, you see that it's almost like their shadows and their steps are splashes of vibrant watercolor as they walk. The very sweat that drips off their brow is multicolored and ethereal, almost evaporating into a fine mist as soon as it touches ground.
This is gonna sound like a kind of a weird question. What are my parents' names?
Not a weird question, considering the terms of your arrangement.
Mm,
The names of your parents' names are, and as they say them, you don't hear them. Despite being this close to the truth, they cannot tell you what it is.
Thank you.
They're there in the clock tower.
Maybe
I'll tell you everything if you want.
Thanks. I'll just head there. Scrap isn't here right now, is he?
No, Scrap is awake.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just go now.
Enjoy. It's gonna be weird.
Great. Okay, I walk towards the clock tower. And I'm going to just quickly... Al?
Yes, Viari?
Can you see all of this?
I can.
When you gave me that pamphlet explaining everything,
Yes.
did you choose to leave out the part where you killed them all?
I didn't choose to leave it out so much as... It's hard to give justice to an atrocity that you've committed yourself. Especially a version of yourself that you no longer are. I'm not a person. I'm not a continuum. I understand that I have to be addressed as such and held accountable as such. And I will hold myself accountable as such. It wasn't an active choice. More of a lapse in judgment.
Yeah. Can you see this place all the time? You know where they are?
I can see everything happening within its borders, but I know not where they are, and I'm happy with this.
Okay. I'm just going to continue towards the clock tower, and I'm going to try my best to think in pictures.
As you do, you walk towards the clock tower. The clock tower is confusing to behold. And it is an amalgamation of fractal shapes. It almost looks like you're looking at an object that can't exist in proper three-dimensional space and has been forced to exist as it does now.
Is it like a kaleidoscope?
Weirder than a kaleidoscope. As you look at it, it's as you change your perspective, things shift in their positions. as you move toward it, it's almost like the door moves towards you. As you turn to the right, the staircase that was on the far wall, as you just simply shift where you look, is now right in front of you. It is a very peculiar object in space. Now, as you approach it, you get to the front door seamlessly, if not weirdly. Make an Arcana check, please.
Okay. I just realized I don't have my character sheet up. I'm very, very sorry.
Oh no.
Dungeons and Dragons. Things. Okay. I'm so sorry. I rolled a 16 on the die, but I don't know what I'm adding to this. I think on this sheet it's a +4, if I remember correctly for Arcana. I could be wrong.
1d6. That's 1d6.
Oh, okay. Yari, redacted. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. This is the gaslight sheet. It was girl boss, I think, that I gave up. My big damage sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the lore sheet, the one that I haven't played. Gaslight Arcana is +4, so that is. Oh, I rolled well. I rolled a 6, so that's a 22.
As you approach the door, your brain tunes in. You focus on the magical energies around it, and you click in with how the space works. I cannot describe it properly, but this is a 4-dimensional object in 3-dimensional space. So interacting with it is indescribable with proper words, but you get it. You get it.
I run on vibes.
Yeah, you get the vibes.
I've been around Ace and Gottfried enough to know to just go with these things. When the universe is breaking and fucking up, my friends are usually behind it, so I just have to run with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You work your way up the tower, I will say first. It's many steps, many weird perspectives. You walk on the ceiling, the walls, the ground. At one point, you get to the very bottom of the staircase itself, you feel, and not before you take one final step up, and you are all of a sudden at the very, very top.
Quick. Prestidigitate myself. Presentable. Okay.
As you knock on the door, you hear slight sounds from within. And then, you hear the door handle turn. The door pulls back. And you see a man with thick curly hair, bright glowing eyes, a round, very round face, a large rotund man, but the most soft, delicate little smile that looks like he works at a bakery. And you see beside him a stunning woman, with the sharpest, most angular features you could put on a person before they turn into a knife blade. She looks at you with her piercing eyes. Oh. Isaac, dearie, could you go make us some tea? Yes, quite right. I will. And he steps back, lumberingly, and this woman grabs your hands and goes, Hello, child.
Hi.
You may call me Elvira. I'm your mother.
I'm just gonna hug.
She gives you a big hug back.
To be totally honest, I didn't really think that this day was ever gonna come, and I wasn't really sure about it, and I just kind of assumed that it was like entirely a figment of like possibility that was not actually actual. So hi.
You certainly do talk a lot, don't you? She gives you, she pulls you in tighter for the hug. But welcome to our little home of the Kalashtar, last of the great dreamers.
It's better than I thought.
Well, things tend to be when you manage to sneak a deal out of the big god of deals himself.
Yeah. About that. Can you tell me everything that happened?
I'll tell you everything that I can remember. The war was long. It was hard fought. It wasn't like he came in as a persecutor. In his mind, we were simply an ant nest living under his house. Didn't understand us, didn't quite grasp us, but was all the same destroying us with cunning ferocity. It was quick. It was brutal. By the end of it, it was just me and your father left, with you unborn. I knew what you were. I knew what you would become. You are to be the spirit of truth. And when Alistair arrived in the city, everyone else slain, me and your father still working away at the clock tower. He arrived up the steps, and as soon as he looked upon us, he knew that he could not kill us. I did not know at the time why he didn't. He simply pointed his weapon at us, looked at us, dropped us by his side, and left. A week later, he came back. Different. No longer large and imposing. He looked almost meek, sickly. He arrived here and said, I have done things that I cannot undo. I've made mistakes that I cannot seek to right. I have a function, and you have yours. I'm not seeking forgiveness, but I do seek your continued existence. My brother made a deal long ago. That baby that you carry is something that I must protect Unfortunately, I cannot do that here. No matter what you choose, you may continue your life, and I will restore what I can. But that child needs to survive a long time, and needs to be prepared for things that they cannot possibly fathom. I cannot offer anything but this, and trust I will do my very best to treat them as I would treat my own. We didn't know what to do at that time ourselves. Our entire existence was destroyed. Our people were ruined, dead. Our city and structures crumbled. And here we were given a chance at us to rebuild.
So he just took me.
We didn't just take you, he offered. We had the choice, Viari. And frankly, we chose for what we also put in the contract.
Why?
We didn't want to think about how dangerous or how would it have affected your development as a child if you had known that the person who you are forced to be raised by a contract made by people who are not him and not you, did what he did?
Why send me off with him in the first place? If he did all that, why let him?
I didn't know what would happen if we kept you. I didn't know how we would help you, provide for you, see you through to the life that you were supposed to live. I'm sorry, Viari.
It's okay. This sort of thing happens more often than you'd think.
I know.
Have you guys been watching?
Every night. Keeping tabs.
When I existed.
That was a difficult time for everybody. For you especially. You didn't deserve that. The other gods shouldn't have put Alistair in that position either.
Yeah. They have some really interesting opinions about law and justice. What about Scrap?
That's what you call him?
What do you call him?
Well, we call him by his name.
That is his name.
Pretty sure he gave himself that name, because his real name is Gregor.
I can see why he chose Scrap.
Gregor's a
You
great
hear
name.
Gottfried shout from outside. Rather, I like it.
Look, I'm not saying it's not a great name. I'm just saying that he suits Scrap.
I will not stop him from calling himself whatever he wants.
He chose it. I'm just gonna call people by the names that they choose. So,
But
did
yes,
you
sir.
choose my name?
Yes.
Oh.
I was going to let Alistair name you. He'd probably name you 3 or something.
Oh God, do you know about the other ones?
No. I've never looked into them myself.
Ah.
I'm not-
I know who the second one was. I don't know anything about the first. Can you find... God, this is such an inappropriate time to be asking this question, but can you find information on literally anything?
I control the clock tower.
What's the clock tower?
The clock tower. You managed to find your way up here pretty nicely, but that's because you're probably you. Not many could. Not many would be able to interact with it without it tearing them to pieces. It is a magical entity that manages the flow of magic in the mortal plane.
Wait, I thought the Court of the Butterfly did that.
They do that in the Fey plane. And in order to give the mortals magic, we created the clock tower. It transitions Fey magic into mortal magic. That's why it looks the way it does. It is Feyan in existence, existing in the mortal.
You made it?
All of us made it. The Kalashtar, or the Ink people did.
Were you an ink person?
I was once ink. It is now the blood that fuels my body.
Huh. There's a lot to take in.
Understandable?
I thought I might cry at this moment, but it's... I think my brain is, short-circuiting a little on all of this.
At this point, Isaac, this such a larger-than-life looking man, comes in holding the daintiest of trays of tea, and he places it down and goes, "Here you go."
Thank you.
I know you don't probably know much about us, but we know very much about you. We're so proud of you becoming God. That's great. That's literally the best thing that's like the best thing mortals can do, right? Pretty sure. Don't know what else mortals do other than become gods eventually, right?
Thanks. I think I had the easy route. I think most people don't have as many familial connections.
Being the child of Alistair is no easy route. I don't care what he says he is now, that man is a bastard. Always has and always will be. He does his best. I can thank him for raising you.
You both have so much forgiveness for him.
He doesn't even look the same. It's like talking to a different person. Completely. It's tough. If he was a person, I'd put him 6 feet under. But he's not a person. He's a thing. He's a concept. He's a god. He's whatever functions properly in the moment.
Yeah.
It's like trying to hold the tornado accountable for destroying a countryside. Did it hate the countryside? No, it didn't. It destroyed it all the same, though.
Yeah.
It's not forgiveness, Viari. Because I will not forgive that thing that he was. I'm simply appreciating what he's done now. He's abided every promise. He's given us our space. He's raised you as well as he damn well could. Protected you as best he could. Saved your life more times than we can count, so we'll have to give him that.
I may have made that number higher than it needed to be.
You got a little of me in you. Did my fair rounds. Darling, you doing scraps with the boys is not Viari's life-saving missions that she does. Well, it's a little fun, isn't it?
I mean, it sounds very similar to what happens with the rest of my friends.
Oh, we love your friends. I like the skeleton. He reminds me of me.
Gottfried's a treasure, and we love him dearly.
You should listen to that A's a little more. Not Z's, though. You should kill him.
I'm this close. Trust me, I'm this close, but I don't want to hurt A's with that, and also I know I should listen to A's more, but also A's is a pain in the ass when they're being right about everything.
Don't I know it? He elbows Elvira, who just looks at him like, okay. Anyway. Point
yeah, no, sorry.
We understand that this is a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
We understand whatever decision you choose to make. If you want to keep talking to us or not.
Why wouldn't I?
At the end of the day, we had to give you to Alistair.
But that wasn't your fault.
Doesn't make the guilt go away, does it?
But you shouldn't feel guilty. But I'm not mad at you. If I'm not mad, you shouldn't be mad.
I wish it were that simple.
But it's like you said, Alistair is a concept and he does things because he's fulfilling a function, and other people tend to just be collateral damage in that, and it's not your fault.
I guess.
I'm
It
sorry.
makes me feel better that you do, at least, want to stay a little bit.
I do. I am not very good at processing big emotions in very intense environments, but I'm glad I got to meet you.
Me too. Me too.
And
Chloe.
I have a lot of questions.
Well, we can give you the answers we can. If you have any questions about magic, we know all about that.
Do you know how to break it?
This entire thing is a breaking part of magic. We desperately tried to prevent it from breaking, actually. We're very much invested in that side of things, Viari.
Okay, but it would just... I just feel like more fun things could be done if we could just bend it a little bit, like make some little tweaks, some adjustments, some fine-tuning.
Oh, wow, do you hear that, Isaac? It sounds like our darling daughter's interested in adjustments and fine-tuning. Sounds like she's right, if you ask me.
I love these two so much. This is the best parents I could have asked for ever. I'm so happy. Well, I'm just saying, why can wish only be cast once? If well, not once, but like, why is there a 33% chance that you can never cast it again if you do anything outside the bounds of replicating an 8th level spell or lower?
Well, that's just merely because you've got a mortal body, darling. Do you want an immortal body? You can do whatever you want. That's what Alistair does. Immortals can do as they please. But it comes with different caveats, obviously.
What?
Mortals have to deal with nonsense. Their bodies are fragile. You can kill a person. Try killing luck. Try killing order. Try killing contracts. You can't kill those. They're ideas. You can kill a person, though, just as easily. Same concept applies. Wish kills people. That's why.
But if I became like them, then it'd have to be like a concept or something, and that would be so annoying.
You would be as immovable as Alistair, but you would be exactly as you are right now.
Given recent character development, I'm not entirely sure that that is the best possible course of action for me. I'm pretty sure I've still got stuff to learn, but I appreciate that. Okay, duly noted. I'm gonna take that, put it in my back pocket. Speaking of which, being mortal, Alistair rewrote me, and so now I'm not even like a tiny eensy-weensy little bit at all Fae, which is what...
We specified that one, actually.
Why?
Lady Butterfly is very interested in the spirit of truth, in that she wants to capture it and keep it from ever affecting her, ever. I didn't want her finding you in the mortal plane.
Does she know who I am now?
Well, no. We did a few tricks. We removed your Fey blood, replaced it with mortal blood. And the Fey spirit of truth lies dormant inside of you.
Okay.
Which means
So-
that it's effectively dead.
It's separate. It's not me, because sometimes people talk about this like the Fey spirit of truth is me, but then other times they talk about it like it's a spirit that's attached to me and inside me, and I've been very confused about how the whole thing works.
The best answer for all of these things is unfortunately both. It's not exactly you.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I know.
Why
'cause
is it always...
it's always both, darling. It's always both. If ever you've got an either or, it's usually both. But in this case, the spirit of truth is attached to you and is you.
Okay.
It's
The
sentience.
irony pent up in that.
Yes, its sentience, its intelligence is dead, but its spirit is attached to you and simply dormant. It merely needs to be woken up.
Would gaining the domain of truth wake that up?
It might. We initially thought that when you became the God of Lies, it would wake up, but the surge in power was obviously not quite enough, or Alistair ensured trying to keep the Spirit of Agreement alive, tried to keep it still secret. Now, though, another similar surge in power could potentially wake it up. Especially one as fitting as becoming the God of Truth, obviously.
Okay. Okay, this is good. This gets us so much closer.
Closer to
Okay,
what?
Can Alistair see what happens here?
We can make it so he doesn't.
Yes, please.
You see, she gets up, tears a sheet of paper off the wall. It almost looks like it's on a toilet paper roll, but it's contracts. She tears off a chunk, places it in front of her, snaps her fingers, and a pen comes into her hand. And she puts her finger on the tip, and this little pinprick pokes into her finger, and ink writes down into the pen. And she writes on the contract, signs it, folds it up, throws it out the window.
Did Alistair give you that?
He did, in case we ever wanted privacy.
Huh. Okay. Well, good to know. Does that work if I do it?
You have to be in the land of dreams, darling. Everything's paper here.
But does it work the same if I did?
If you don't, well, yours would be signed in blood, and that's a very different connotation. We just have ink as a resource. It is also our blood, so it's a little macabre for us, but we thought it was cute at the time, so we kept it.
Fair enough. Everything that exists in the universe gets weirder every single time I learn a new thing. But
that's why we like to keep our vision small, personally. I learned everything I learned to know about magic. And ever since I learned everything about magic, I couldn't wait but to do nothing with magic. And you see Isaac go, yes to that. And he's sitting at a desk now, tinkering with little machines that he's building, little clockwork machines and toys.
That looks like so much fun. I feel like my friend Ace would absolutely love it here. So very, very much. I want to rewrite everything in existence and fix all of the problems that we currently have.
You see Isaac look up from his desk. You know, it was a damn good idea. I'm a big fan of this. Every time I want to hate Alistair, I remember that he raised you. God, you're a good kid.
My friend Gottfried would make the best leader in existence because he's, I don't know, perfect or something. That's the skeleton you like.
Yes, he's one of the, I told you, darling. He's one of the Galahads. That's why we named him Gregor. We thought we could instill some of that Gottfried spirit. They stole.
Wait, was Scrap supposed to be? Hold on, was Scrap supposed to be another horse?
No.
Okay.
Scrap was. They just named him that because they were like it's part of a tradition.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Did you want to meet him? I can bring him here now.
Oh, I would love to, but your friend shouldn't really get here, if that makes sense.
Oh.
This is
Yeah, like the Kalistar part.
like the Kalistar part, and definitely not the clock tower. This is our little place, This is for us.
Okay. Okay.
And also, more importantly, your friends' minds are a little more prone to being probed by certain people.
Oh.
As much as
Right.
I'm loathe Alistair, I hate Beatrice more.
Right. The curses. And all that. Because I have a curse, does that make it easier for her to get here?
No, it's more that some of them have curses on them that directly affect their ability to be their own person. A specifically.
Wait. What?
A's, if she's ever stabbed by Eleanor's blade, loses her abilities to be herself. Her soul
Did
is
we
wisdom.
know this? I know that Brooke knew this. Did we as characters know this?
I do not remember.
I also don't remember, so I'm going to skim over a reaction either way on that one. Right. Well, good to bear in mind, I suppose. And good to make sure that no one ever follows. Can anyone ever follow me here?
No.
It's just when I go to sleep.
Well, you can either choose. If you lead them here, you can do that. If you don't lead them here, they don't follow. It's about 10.
Okay. So I should just simply not lead them here. Got it. And here... The people outside, they said that you had records of everything that had ever happened, ever.
They go over to their desk, and it is
it-
surprisingly similar to Alistair's desk,
Let's just...
but it's facing the wrong way. It's almost like it's in the opposite of his desk. They reach into the bottom, they pull out in the bottom shelf. This is the records document. Elvira, explain the records document. Thank you. The records document is everything. And if you're wondering, yes, this is Alistair's desk. The same desk. Not a different one. There's not two desks, it's the desk.
You just have access to it all the time.
Part of our deal.
That's the most insane deal I've ever heard in my life. That is his domain. The desk is his domain.
Well. And he was forced to sign it over.
You have partial ownership of his domain?
In a sense, yes, we can't use it for anything that is power related. We cannot change anything. We simply know everything.
That's insane. You know that's insane, right?
Oh, very much aware. That's why when we put it in the contract and we watched him look at us with a little bit of a malice, we smiled. Because he had to sign it. Because he needed your life above everything. And specifically, everything. That desk is everything. So, the desk. We have it. Can't change anything about it. We cannot write anything into it. We cannot affect it in any other way other than read its contents.
Is that just you guys that can't do that?
What do you mean?
Or could other people change it if they got here? So, like, if Beatrice managed to get in, could she do something?
Unsure, frankly. Part of why we don't want anybody ever finding out about this place or its location.
I want to test it out so bad, but I won't.
Don't abuse it, please. It's enough to know, Viari. Trust me.
I know! It just would be funny if he kept getting sticky notes on his end of the desk that said Viari is cool, and he didn't know how they kept appearing. You know, like...
He would know how they kept appearing. He'd know that
Yeah,
he'd
but it
know
would
that
be
you'd got
so...
here.
It would be so funny. Oh, I won't do it. I just want to know if I could interfere. I learned to lie on the contracts. It would just be fun to see if I could lie on his part.
Whatever you need. Here's the folder that contains everything that's ever happened, ever.
Thank you. I immediately flip to see how many resets there have been.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage, followed by an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I don't like how either of those rolls just went.
Don't forget your secondary dice.
Oh, that's right. So, my investigation is normally a plus 11. How many dice is that? Is that 3?
Plus 11, that would be 4 dice.
4? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll just roll these. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I need to tell you what I've just rolled, and I still need to roll the 2d6 again. But I rolled on the d20 2 2s, and then the 2d6 just showed up as 2 2s.
Damn. Looks like you rolled a fat 6. Looks like
and then I just rolled 2 3s. I was so annoyed.
Hooray, that's a meaty 12. A meaty 12.
I'm so upset about this.
So you read this meaty 12. With the investigation check, you try using your intention thinking to read through this. But you can't quite decipher how to make it. Your charisma is high enough that your intent is understood. You are not currently able to decipher how this thing works. Like, you intent resets, and then you just get to the encyclopedia page on what a reset is. It is a little bit alien currently.
Fine. Okay. Fine. Do I still need to make the save?
Still make the save, yes.
Is that also at disadvantage?
You bet.
Okay. You did not need to be so enthusiastic about that. Also, what is the save again? What sort of save?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. How about not intelligence?
That's crazy. No.
That's gonna be a 16.
That's crazy.
Wait. Is this a magical effect?
No.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
2.
I don't like this.
5.
No.
32, 34.
No.
36.
No. Offbeat. Stop saying numbers that get higher.
48. No, 44.
Please. That's not.
49.
That's not how counting works.
51.
That's
50.
You've gone up too many.
4. 56.
That's unnecessary. Why would you?
61. 62.
Are they D6s?
The D8s.
Yeah.
70. You take 70 psychic damage as you've just opened the book that contains everything that's ever happened ever. And your brain does not know how to comprehend that information.
Feeble-minded.
You didn't get feeble-minded. You do reduce your intelligence by a single point, though, until you take a long rest.
Oh, that doesn't do anything. I have the headband.
Okay. As you open this, you feel yourself getting dumber, and then the headband fixes it.
Ow!
Maybe let's put the book away for a little bit, darling. Your mom closes the book and puts it away. And
oh my god.
You have a nice afternoon of tea with your family. Gottfried. Back up with you. You get a call from Adamus in Truth's domain. Gottfried. I can't hear you.
Adamus, what's going on, buddy?
It's been so long. I thought I'd give you a little call.
Well, thank you. What's up, bud? Can I help you?
Yes, actually. Could you come to the domain of truth really quickly? I have
Sure,
I've got a bit of a problem.
What kind of problem, buddy?
An invader problem, actually. I I need immediate assistance, if that would be very nice of you.
Yeah, on my way, bud.
Okay, thank you so much. How do you get there?
I walk.
Do you walk at a brisk pace, a slow pace?
Yeah, I walk at a brisk pace. I'm like, hello there, hello. I'm really yeah, it's good to see you, Janice.
As you get into there. You get into the room, into the domain. You get inside and you immediately see the following. Atomist sitting on the chair. A warlock pointing a staff at Adamus.
Oh, buddy.
Another warlock pointing a staff at the guy holding the staff. And what looks to be one of those, do you know those glyphs that's hovering above Viari's shoulder in Arbiter?
Yeah.
It is fully manifested, and you see that these glyphs have transformed into two giant cannons that are easily 30 feet across in diameter each, pointed at the warlocks, aiming and beginning to fire, and beginning to charge up fire. And Adamus is just cowering in his seat when he sees you walking. He goes, "Ah! Gottfried, yes!"
Whoa. Can we calm down a minute?
I just realized you guys
Hello?
have music. One sec, let me add music. There you go.
What's going on here, buds?
The warlock holding the staff, pointing it at Adamus. He's got like shaved sides, a mohawk, and he's. This is not truth. I will avenge thee. Remove the usurper from the land.
Oh, buddy.
And then you see this other warlock. Who's got long dark hair all the way down to their knees, tied into a ponytail. And you see them pointing what looks to be a blade at their cheek and goes, "Do not stab him. He is of great importance to the plan." And then the cannons are just going, "More," beginning to charge up and fire.
Let's calm down here real quick, everyone. You, Buzzcut, put the staff down. You, Goldilocks, put the staff down. Adamus, come stand behind me.
Please make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage doesn't have to be disadvantage. Can Wanker give you the help action?
Can Wanker give you the help action? You want Wanker to help?
He'll make it worse. You're right.
You want Wanker to do something here? You hear so many slurs coming out of your chest that you feel the need to leave the room.
All right. Okay. Good talk. Roll time. Hey, persuasion at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I have advantage, so I'm just rolling 5 then.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't forget to add your d6s.
So yeah, how do I add? So I have a +6, so how does that work?
2d6.
Cool. And then I'll roll 2d6 on top of that. Alright, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. You get through to Buzzcut. You do not reach Ponytail. And as Buzzcut turns around to drop to look towards you, Ponytail slices his head clean off.
Okay.
And it rolls to the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Revivify on him now. Could you not? Okay? Chill.
Who the fuck
Yeah.
are you?
I'm Gottfried, his former boss. Technically, we're like on the same level. It's a weird relationship. I'm gonna revivify him now. If you would just calm down.
Huh.
You're not gonna move, and actually, you're gonna put your staff down real quick, and that
Cult
arbiter's
of
gonna
Gary
calm down.
sends their regards.
Okay.
Roll
Anyways.
initiative.
All right. So how do I calculate initiative?
What's your initiative bonus?
+4.
That is a single d6.
The cult of Gary? They don't even know his
All right,
name.
22.
22.
Sorry, ambush dice. Sorry, that's not damage. It's Gift of Alacrity. That's a D8.
Yes.
Smart. All right, 22 plus 6 is 28.
All right, you see this warlock standing before you. The cannons are dangerously close to firing as well. They will blow this place up.
So how do the glyphs work? Do I know?
The glyphs, like the arbiter glyphs,
Yeah.
they are given jobs, and they will accomplish their job. The job of this glyph, make a raw intelligence check as you look at the glyphs to try and decipher
Could it
them.
be Arcana?
If you want to decipher what the glyphs say, it's an intelligence check. If you want to make an educated guess that might not be right, do an Arcana check.
We'll do flat intelligence then.
Okay.
It's like a 16.
Okay. As you look at it, you catch a single glyph out of the arbiter, and that thing is, you see that its job, as it is defined by this single glyph, you don't get all of it, but you get part of it, it is secure.
So, what's that thing do? What's it meant to do?
Alistair said it was supposed to secure the domain safety. That's what he said. That's what he told me.
Is this this is Animus talking to me?
Yeah.
All right. But that's pointed at us now.
It's pointed at Metalhead, but Ponytail.
Oh, that's Animus's cannon pointing at Ponytail.
Yes.
Oh, then we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. Listen, I'm gonna be straight with you, friend. You got literally 6 seconds.
That's all I need. Ha ha! And he charges at you.
I thought it was my turn.
Oh, I thought you were making the. I thought you were chatting. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just like listen. You got 6 seconds. I'm giving you a chance right now before I take my turn. Do you know what that is? Do you know what taking your turn means in this situation?
Huh?
So you don't know the secrets of the universe. Okay. Too bad. I guess I'll kill him.
All right.
Well, here I go killing again. So I have a plus 19 to hit. How do I turn that into d6s?
Divide by 3, so that should be about 66.
Cool.
Plus
All right.
76s for funsies.
So that's a 36 to hit on my first attack.
You hit him. Don't bother calcing the rest of the dance. Don't put on whatever flavor of smite you want. Just
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Should I roll again to attack for my second multi-attack or no?
might not be worth it.
No? Okay. I'll declare non-lethal damage, just ahead of time. So Gottfried's Shadow Blade is now a big rubber hammer. So,
Big squeaky mallet.
yeah, big squeaky mallet.
I like to think it's one of those inflatable chickens.
Like a rubber chicken.
Yeah, like the rubber chicken. Sorry, not inflatable.
I'll see you on the other side, pal. Good luck. All right.
Why do those exist?
'Cause funny.
That's a great question, Brooke.
Surely there was a function. Or is it like a chew toy?
No, I think they were real chickens at one point, and they were used for funny bits. And then someone was like, "Why are we doing this with real chickens when rubber chickens could be made?"
God, it's been so long since I've rolled damage on Gottfried. How do I calc again for Arcane Smite? It's 2. No, I have it written down. What am I doing? I can read.
I believe.
Plus a billion.
Yeah, an extra D8 for each spell slot plus 1. So I'm rolling a 6th level spell slot. That'll be 7 D8 plus my first D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on my first one. Yeah, cool. Roll damage plus the. This is just one attack right now. All right, that's a cheeky 33 plus 15 for 48 on that first attack.
You strike this guy with the squeaky mallet, and he ricochets. This is an arcane smite.
Yeah.
You watch as behind him, this cannon maw blast from the smite blasts him against the wall, ricochets off the ceiling, and falls aimlessly off the cannon and he's unconscious. And the cannon, and all of the glyphs fold back into a single glyph that says Arbiter, and it hovers above the throne.
Glad to see you're safe, Adamus. I'm gonna cut these guys' hands off so he can't cast spells.
You go to do that?
He won't die. I'll heal him.
You cut them off. You see a troop of Viaris come into the room. What happened here? Alistair sent us, told us that there was a break-in.
So Gary happened. There was a break-in. There was another guy here. His head's on the floor. Actually, I should go revivify him real quick. I'll do that. I'm gonna cut off your hands if you do anything.
What? Ah!
And put them on backwards.
He swings at you. Make an acrobatics. Make an attack roll to slice
An
off his
attack?
hands.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's gonna be 66 plus a d20. Cool. Beat. In the industry, we call that a 32.
All right, you faster as he throws the punch. It's what everyone else watches as you turn your squeaky hammer shadow blade into just scissors, and it's so fast you cut off his hands. Oh god, this was a mistake.
It was. Now sit there.
This
I
fucking-
just literally brought you back to life. Okay? Now I'm gonna cut off this guy's hands real quick. I'm gonna cut them off.
It's so fast. It is unsettlingly quick how good you are with those scissors.
Here, a gift out of this. I'm gonna hand him the hands of each person. Your first political assassination attempt. This means you're important, Adamus. I'm so proud of you.
Here you, Gottfried. I miss being your tailor. It was a much better position.
Listen. Once we find who to replace you this position with, you can come back. Listen, I just opened a pharmacy. We'll get you your antidepressants.
Thank you. You're so kind. I'll put these down. Should I mount these on the wall? What should I do with
That's a
them?
great idea. Like animal heads, but with like this. That'd be great.
I'll go talk to the god of mounted heads. And he goes and he
Great!
puts them in a baggie and he leaves the domain. You are left alone. There's still the Arbiter watching. You have a couple VREs, and the resources are at your disposal. Should you wish to detect lies, inquire, or anything.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
So VRs, these two broke in here. One tried to kill Adamus. The other one killed the other dude. And then said, for the cult of Gary. So it's interrogation time, I guess, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we love interrogations.
Where's real VRE? I need real VRE. Real VRE would be really funny. We would usually turn their hands backwards, but I can't have them casting spells.
Real
so.
VR is sleeping. She went honk shoe.
To Honk Shoe Land. All right, I don't do that. So, anyways, bring them to Florida. Let's go.
All right. You watch as
Watching Offbeat play VR is so much more entertaining than playing VR.
Thank you. It's a high compliment. You watch as the VR me, bind up what's left of their legs and hands, and use their collective mage hands to grab and drag them along the ground very haplessly.
They definitely give him a wedgie as they do it.
A whole wedgie.
So, in my domain, there's like 3 sections I like to call them, representing each 3 aspects. There's Florida, and then there's Washington. That's the 2 ends. And then in the middle is the massive scale made of bones in my lawn chair. So, Florida is Florida. So, we're going to take them to the Florida Pier, right?
Okay.
Their feet, we're going to put in cement.
You snap your fingers. Their feet are cinder blocked in cement with a stamp of a skull and crossbones on the end.
So, friends, how you doing? What's up, guys?
Where are we?
Well, this is my home. You invaded my friend's Airbnb at the moment, which was very rude of you. He's just trying to do his job.
I thought that was
So-
the domain of truth.
It was.
The domain of truth is an Airbnb.
Right now, yeah. Are you a warlock of truth?
No.
Who are you?
We are the unknown knights of Gary.
But then you're also working for Gary?
My associate here has different ideas about what is best for Gary and his reign supreme over all mortals on Earth.
God, okay, ideological differences aside, but you both like Gary.
Yes, yes.
Why? Like, what were you here to do? Like,
Well, you see, Gary's currently the head of the God Hunters, and,
Yes.
well, we accepted a contract. You see, we understood that the domain of truth had been sullied since Gary's absence, and we thought to slay the usurper. And since there isn't a real god currently sitting on its seat, we managed to infiltrate the domain. We were unsure what to do when the Arbiter wanted to open fire, but when Adamus started screaming for you, we assumed that the real god was going to show up. Danny is dead.
No.
sorry, I thought I heard
Daniel.
Uki barking.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But yes,
Okay, so Gary put out a hit on the current.
oh no, not Gary. Gary wouldn't. Gary didn't. We're a little bit of a. The word is not leaving their mouth. Make an insight check, please, at advantage.
Insight, idiot. Insight. Okay. There we go. Nat 20. There you go.
All right. He was about to say fan club. He stopped himself before he could finish the word. And he's currently looking for a word that sounds less stupid than fan club.
No. Continue. I want to hear you say it.
Say what?
Say it.
Say what?
Say it or I'll throw you in the
Fan
ocean!
club! We're fan club! We're fan club of Gary.
The comedic timing of that was beautiful.
We thought he was really cool. We want to be God Hunters, so we thought we could bring him the head of the
How do you have powers? You're warlocks.
Oh, they made a deal.
With who?
Some guy said it would be really funny if we got here and died, and we thought he was lying, so we took the deal.
Was the name really weird? Like one syllable weird?
Yeah, it was like a letter.
I was never one to hit a child, but I might just make an exception for my grandson. Anyways,
He gave us a level, and he said it'd be enough.
you're one level in warlock?
Is that not a lot?
Okay. What level is Adamus?
Adamus is an equivalent level 15, but he's very scared.
You know what? I'm not mad at him. I'm not. You know what? I'm not even mad at Z's. This is really funny, actually. You know, it's really funny, actually. I imagine, like, what were you gonna do to Gary? You had a staff pointed right at him. What were you gonna do? I want you to tell me.
I was gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Just one? Just one?
Is there supposed to be more?
What's your name, Buzzcut? First half of the stream, very serious. Brooke meeting your mom. Second half of the stream, I will throw you in the ocean.
I love being an audience member whenever it's just you two doing this bullshit.
My real name?
What did I say?
You said. Geronimo.
Okay, Geronimo.
There's an X
Have you
in
ever
the middle.
Have you ever seen a skeleton eat a man?
No, I have not seen a skeleton eat a man.
Well, you might have the chance here in a moment. Who's this one right here? You have ideological differences. Are there 2 fan clubs?
We're the same fan club.
Are there more fan clubs, or is it just the one?
I don't know. We're the best one.
You're the best?
That's what we put in the pamphlet.
I'm going to eat one of you.
Oh, no. Please don't eat one of us.
And the other one is gonna have to hobble back to your fan club and tell the rest of you fucking groupies that if anyone tries to touch the domain of truth, I'm gonna put my balls in their face. Have you seen a skeleton with balls before?
No.
Well, you haven't seen a skeleton eat a man either!
My face hurts.
Which one of you can hobble faster, I wonder?
They both
I'm gonna
start-
give you each a 10-second head start to run down this dock.
One of them, the one with the ponytail starts galloping on all fours using the cinder
Oh my
block
god!
like a
Oh my
horse.
god! Oh my god!
It's not very fast, and he trips on the dock. You watch Buzzcut just. He falls head first and starts wriggling as hard as he can on the floor.
Who's further along? Who? I need to...
We're gonna roll it. We're gonna roll a d6, a d8. I mean, Buzzcut has wriggled a little bit further. Ponytail is just an inch behind at the time the 10 seconds is up.
Gottfried is gonna take his jaw off, detach it, and jump at Ponytail, grab them by the back of their hair, reattach his jaw so it's unhinged, and start eating them.
This is what
Let's have Danny in the game. He said we should invite him. He said he's so fun.
This is what they hear. Oh my god! Geronimo! Geronimo! Help!
Your vocal cords are next!
What? You start
Bones for the fucking launch it! Bones for the bones! Fuck, I was gonna say
bones.
Bones for the scales of justice! Blood from my well-oiled bones!
You just start tearing this man apart. As Buzzcut Geronimo wriggles out.
Run, Geronimo! Tell your friends that Gottfried will find them. Tell them to come! Tell them to fight! I need you all the same.
He scrambles out, and as soon as he reaches the door, he teleports away. The orchestra stops playing.
So, Wanker, seconds? Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Wanker starts going to town.
Open my ribcage, just kind of let everything spill out, because I can't actually eat anything. Just like, alright. I think that was pretty good, right? Yeah.
One of the other skeletons comes over. Very good.
Thank you! I thought that was pretty good.
An excellent piece of theater. Most lovely.
I appreciate that. I did actually eat him, though. Could we get his scalp up next to my lawn chair? That'd be great.
I thought your swords were enough.
I know, but like he did have luscious hair.
We could just like, do you want the hair?
Yeah, you know what? Let's make a wig.
They snap his fingers, and tons of tiny little scissors and tons of tiny thread needles cut off his hair and knit you a perfect thread cap of hair.
That's the worst part.
Do love me a toupee.
He's not scalped. They just cut his hair. He's just a shaven head now.
What's left of this?
What's left of it anyway?
I did eat him.
Well, you didn't.
Wait till I tell the rest of the game.
This is the equivalent of a bear mauling somebody. It wasn't. You didn't really.
It's not cannibalism.
No, it's worse. It's worse.
It's not cannibalism. I can't actually eat things. It's like I'm literally just using my mouth to churn this person into jelly. But like, there's no swallowing. It's just kind of falling through me. You know, in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney, where there's the skeleton drinking rum. That's that.
Is this man gonna show up in Gottfried's domain, ready to receive punishment, and Gottfried will just be sitting there wearing a wig made of his hair?
Hey! Hey there, Goldilocks!
Funny you should ask. As he dies in here, Gottfried, your judge form walks over and goes, "We didn't really get to do the trial. He just kind of died. You brought him in. You're a little out of line. We have to."
Well, this wasn't divine punishment. This was more of like, oh, my friend called me to help, and I killed him in self-defense.
That was self-defense.
On paper, yes.
Their feet were cemented.
On paper, he just jumped at me.
Gottfried, look, I am you, and I respect you, but no.
No, you don't. You don't respect me. None of us do.
You're right, we don't respect each other. What the fuck, my dude?
Listen, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Message received. That was fucked up as hell.
Thank you.
He does have to do trial.
Okay, that's fine. Now he's here. We can run the trial.
And we have to reconstitute him. This is technically his physical body.
That's fine. I'll just eat him again.
We're not doing that again. But never.
You're right. You know what? You're here all the time. You'll eat him again.
How about we make a skeleton apparatus that will chew and masticate him instead?
I don't know. Does that really have the same effect?
For him, it will.
I know, but it seems like you're not getting the message.
I do what? What message need I receive, Gottfried?
You're the judge. I'm the executioner. You're gonna let me do my job or not? I hope you like blondes.
He's gotta get processed through death first.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Reconstitute him.
Fine.
Squad.
Fine.
Reconstitution squad. A bunch of skeletons come over and they rebuild.
Just with
him.
moth like up.
And they rebuild him and they put him back together. And then
You still don't get your hands though.
Okay. Can I be dead again?
No.
Okay. The skeletons pick him up like Lego men and they shuffle him out the door and they bring him to death.
Well, let's go see Viari.
As you leave there, you actually run into somebody who's a little bit at the start of this. At the door is one Z's, and he's holding Geronimo.
I told him to get the message. Did he get the message back to his fan club?
Oh. Well, he came back to me.
Geronimo, Was the message not clear?
The message was very clear.
It doesn't seem like it
I'm
was.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Could I get some skeletons to throw him in the floor to bake?
One moment. I do need to actually question him first a little bit.
Okay, fine.
I need to. You see, this was actually part of a ploy, and don't worry, cleared with Alistair, 100% safe. The Arbiter was gonna send them to hell. It was fine, promise. But we want to check how vulnerable our domains were, and it seems like Truth was kind of
very vulnerable. Level 1 warlocks. 1. It's really funny. 1.
Yeah, it seems like the exterior walls are not matching the interior defenses, so looks like I'm gonna be doing something about that, as Alistair would put it.
Oh, you're doing something about that? Is this like a case where like a company hires a hacker to break into their system so they can see what their vulnerabilities are, that kind of sort of thing?
Well, that's what these guys were. I am now going to be in charge of essentially flooding the walls with magic.
I thought he was going to say the domain of truth, and I was about to riot.
Yeah. I'm going to be in charge of basically rebuilding the defenses externally.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you're great at breaking into things and screwing things up, so if, like, just like, you know, through, like, it's like if just, like, by association, hopefully you'd be good at the opposite as well. At least know what you're doing. So.
I can know what I would do and know what to fuck up, but it looks like these little buckers, they're... I want them done breaking it. Where'd you want them to go?
Well, I ate one.
That's fucked up, man.
Thank you. Second, I mean, I don't know. I was just gonna kind of throw him in the ocean and make it so he could never breathe but was always drowning. So.
I mean, I kind of just found these guys. They're kind of just like.
Is there like more of them? More of a fan club?
Yeah, it's a weird offshoot of the God Hunters. There's a lot of people,
but they're not God Hunters. They're just like
no, they really want to be God Hunters, and they are so woefully unprepared. They really like Gary. Gary's kind of become a bit of a figure in the mortal plane. They kind of see him as...
I mean, I get it. It makes sense. Listen, like, at one point, I would have done the same thing, killing gods and stuff, but now that I am one, I have a obligation not to. So... Yeah. Fair. I get it. But how long, like, are you going to hold on to? Because, like, I really want to get the message out that, like, you do not come here. If you do, I will eat you.
That's the message we're giving them?
What are the messages? Please don't come here. We would really like it if you didn't.
I mean, we can blow them. Why the eating thing? Why the... We could just kill them.
Listen. Death by explosion, death by stabbing, death by decapitation. Like, that's normal. It's expected. Who's going to expect a skeleton to put their feet in cinder blocks, cut off their hands, and eat them?
Gottfried is an art student.
It's about sending a message that I am taking this seriously, and so should they. As seriously as I can. I can't. I'm a caricature of a person.
I mean, all right. You know, like, go for it. This seems like your thing. This seems like you know what you're doing. Don't really want to.
You know, I was a king in my life. I was noble.
Yeah.
And you know, being a skeleton, I think it's really fucked with me. But it's like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, no, I'd do it again. Which is the most concerning part, but it's not like I'm actually concerned. It's like I know I should be concerned, but I'm not. I think I'm a sociopath.
I think you should go talk with your mom, Bloodshed. I think she'd help you with this entire... I
forgot she's a therapist. You know what? I'm gonna go talk to her. Just send a message back. I shouldn't eat someone again, even though I think I want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to her and then Viari.
Alice, the fucking Aziz takes this man and warps him away, and as does he. Are you gonna go talk to Bloodshed?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Just quick little chat about how I think I'm insane and I'm going crazy, and then I'll go talk to Viari.
Okay. You get to Bloodshed's door, and she opens the door with her knife is still in her hair, perpetually bleeding. She opens it up and goes, "Oh, guys, the sun!" And you see Warfare and Cruelty go, "My boy!"
Hey!
They pick you up and grab you, and they go, "Yes, so cool! Oh my god, you're so good!"
I wouldn't touch me right now, actually.
Oh, what happened?
I ate a person.
Oh, they just go quiet and go, "Bloodshed, I think this is your department." "Yeah, it is. Come into my office, dearie." She sits you down across and goes, "So, why?"
So, I said it was to send a message. What I'm concerned about is it might have actually been because I wanted to.
So you think it may have come from this desire to...
Not just really like, it's like, oh, I want to eat someone. It's more just like, I want to kill and maim and murder in the worst ways possible to vent my anger and feelings. Because I'm not a person.
So okay, so there's a lot happening here. You wanted to be as fucked up as possible for the sake of being fucked up.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's because I haven't really come to terms with my initial death, and I really just don't know who I am, and I'm just kind of searching, so I'm just kind of leaning into whatever comes along.
So whatever gives you a stimulation back, you're kind of just...
Yeah, it's like the whole thing where it's like any kind of attention is good attention, but it's more like I'm trying to validate myself through that.
And considering your position, you're kind of just doing that.
You know, before I wasn't. Before I was like, oh, I help my friends. That validates me. Oh, I help these people. That validates me. Oh, I'm going to kill these evil god. That validates me. But, you know, it just really didn't.
You're running... I see. You don't have a purpose at all.
I do have a purpose, but I just think that there's a difference between having direction and having purpose. And I think I have direction. I have a job, I have my friends, I'm doing this, doing that, but I don't have a purpose.
Yeah,
I'm not a
duty versus purpose.
Exactly.
Gottfried, you are by and far inspiring. You've done a lot of things. You come up with incredible plans. You're smart. You're clever. And frankly, you make the best plans. All of the ones
eating
that
a man to send a message, was that a good one?
The plan to send the message was good, but it seems like you're a little bit hell-bent on doing things that accomplish your goals the best and not doing things that accomplish your goals with efficiency.
I find that the ways to accomplish things best is usually the most efficient.
Was that efficient? Or would have slicing off all of their limbs and having them crawl into the ocean been efficient as well?
But then they wouldn't have been able to go back to their groupies.
Or you could send them back. You could have sliced them all individually into segments and then sent them in ice cubes back to them.
And I feel like that's just as bad as eating someone, honestly.
It's all fucked up. That's the point. You're a fucked up person, and that's okay. But you gotta draw a line somewhere.
So the line is between human ice cubes and eating people.
I think when you use a tool to do it, it's okay. But as soon as you do it with your teeth, it's a little weird. It's like sex. Don't use your teeth.
You know what? That's a great analogy.
Glad I could help, darling.
Yeah. Again, I think I'm just doing. I think you're right. I'm doing things for the sake of things. I think I just am inherently a fucked up person. But I think the biggest thing is that I'm not finding satisfaction in anything.
Lack of satisfaction. Now that's a
It's
different
not, but
story.
it's not even just satisfaction. But it's just like I don't feel complete. I don't feel whole, and I think it's because I literally do not know who I am. I base my life and my ideals and ideology off of my friends because they're the most important things to me. But why am I not the most important thing to myself? I put them before me in every situation and scenario, and I always will. But that's because I don't know what I want. I simply want what they want, and I want them to be good and well.
Let's take that for a moment and remember. You say you're not a person, and that's vaguely true. You're a god. You're also a lineage of people who made a deal with the face spirit of undeath to live eternally, to rule eternally. You want what's best for your friends because you are a leader. You want what's best for a group. You have chosen to do what's best for your group because that's how you lead. That's your tactic.
I manipulate them.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
I like a little VR simulacrum just calls out, "We love you!"
Said the liar.
Gottfried, wanting what's best for others is fine. But you gotta understand, to find purpose, you must understand what you are good at and use those to achieve your goals. You are good at caring about others. You're also very good at being fucked up. You're also good at protecting that which you care about and coming up with plans. Lean into being a leader, Gottfried. Lean into, I hate to sound cheesy, but your literal destiny. Try it. You are reluctant to take it because you don't want to take it. Because you're afraid that if you fail at it, then you would have failed your destiny. That's why you deflect with jokes and humor and being a fucked up little weirdo. Because it's much easier to be fucked up than to fail at your own destiny. But you haven't even tried it yet. Try it. Be a leader.
Okay. Good talk.
You're welcome, dearie. Do you want some cookies?
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. She goes to an oven that she keeps perpetually on in her office because it always smells like vanilla. She opens it and she hands you a cookie.
Thank you. That man wasn't very filling. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go see VR now.
You go and you leave. And everyone you ask, no one knows where Viari is. Back to Viari. Viari, you've spent an afternoon here at this point in time. You've learned much of your family's history, of the time as Kalashtar. Anything specific you would have liked to have asked them?
I can't think of anything right now.
Classic.
This kills me. No, because I got too latched onto the idea of going to find Gary. No, because you reminded me that he existed, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go find him in the Dooming. And then I was like, okay, well, if Gottfried's coming to see me, then that's what I'm going to suggest. I'm so ready for this. Like, if he tells me about the thing, then I'm going to want to go see if I can find Gary. But I was too busy thinking about that, so I didn't think of any more questions.
Crazy. Well, in that case, for this moment, you learn a lot of general things. Maybe nothing specific.
General things?
General things. You learn about the Kalashtar and how they've survived for so long. You learn about their manipulations of the dreaming. You learn how they control magic. You learn how they are for the most part, they are considered elementals, despite being fae. They also have that little tag on them. You also learn
That's
very
your
key
dreams?
information, very specific information. Kalashtar are cousins of magic elementals. They are racial cousins of sorts.
Ah.
Like how humans and bananas are?
More like how if humans and then there were and Neanderthals are. It's like much closer. Because humans and bananas are humans and bananas.
Genetically, we're very similar.
We share DNA with them. That is not the same thing.
The DNA's pretty similar. I'm Banana Gottfried.
You peel back a layer of Gottfried's bones and there's just banana inside.
Not marrow. I replaced it with snacks. My fingers have yogurt.
How do I get back here? Just go to sleep again.
1 second, let me get back to the music.
I can't wait to tell Amelia and Pat about this episode. Brooks would be like, I met my parents, it was great. I'm like, don't ask. Don't ask Gottfried what happened on September 1st.
Do not ask Gottfried about September 1st. Do not ask. Well, if you want to get back here, you can always find here with intent. Intend to find us and you will. Go to sleep and you'll find us with intent. You won't dream otherwise, so. However, you will find...
Why not?
Well, we don't dream. We are perpetually here. We don't sleep either.
Do I not have to sleep if I am here?
If you're here, you don't have to sleep. You're perpetually being reborn with magic. Go to the mortal plane and your mortal body will require you to rest.
Fair enough, I guess. Thank you for everything.
Of course. I wish we could do more. As I assume you're going to leave now, is that the gist? As you leave, you're about to leave when Adamus goes, oh, wait, not Adamus, what's his name? Isaac. They both have a blustery, large sort of voice, so like they're similar in my head. Sorry, we never managed to give you many gifts. So, I guess this is for all the birthdays we couldn't attend.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
You are taking this necklace whether you want it or not.
Thank you.
They place the necklace in your hand, and you immediately feel its magic inside of you. As you put it on, this is a necklace of arcane freedom. What it does is once per day, your spell slot, you can cast with your spell slots any spell from any spell list. Once per day with your spell slots. So you're limited to what you can cast with your spell slots.
Thank you.
A little gift from home. So, good luck.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I'll just write this down into the notes. What's it called? Arcane what?
Arcane freedom.
Arcane freedom. Once per day, cast spell from any the spell list using spell slot. Thank you.
They send you on your way, and you leave the city of dreams. You wake up on the mortal plane. Gottfried, as you leave the office, you feel Bloodshed turns you around and goes, 1 second. Gives you a gold sticker. This gold sticker reads the following. It's a gold star. It is a magical gold star. Once per day. No action required. For a minute. All of your dice sizes are increased by 1 level to a maximum of D12.
Aww. I was gonna get some D20s for damage.
No D20 for damage yet.
Oh, yet?
Yet.
So it's just once per day. Is it 1 attack or 1 action?
It lasts for a minute.
Duration?
It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
And this is called Bloodshed's Gold Star.
Alright, and it's for 1 minute. Is it concentration at all or no?
Nope. It's once per long rest. It just takes a long rest to recharge.
It's just damage dice that's increased by 1 times?
Yes.
A max of D12. Sicko mode.
Good job, Gottfried. And if you want to talk more, the door's always open.
Thank you.
And if you want to know where Yari is, she's on the mortal plane. She's just waking up from a nap.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Do you want to go see her now?
Yeah.
She snaps her fingers, and as you wake up, Viari, Gottfried is standing over top of you.
Oh, God. Okay.
I gotta
I take him by the shoulders very gently and move him to the side.
Cookie?
And then push myself up. Oh, what's
Cookie?
this?
Cookie.
Oh, thank you. Are these Bloodsheds?
Yes.
Oh, she makes the best cookies.
I know she does.
Please tell her thank you the next time you see her.
I will. How was your nap? I couldn't find you for a second because you went on this plane.
Oh, yeah. Wild. It transported me to where the Kalishtar were, and I met my parents, and they control the flow of magic on the mortal plane, it turns out. Yeah. That's pretty much my existence, my reaction as well.
I'm sorry, what, you have parents?
Yeah.
I thought... Does that mean... You're not my granddaughter?
No, I am. No, Gottfried, you'll always
I'm
be
just
my
kidding.
grandpa. Oh,
It's funny how you cared, though.
I do. I care about you,
I
Gottfried.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, it was funny, but it really shows that you care. I'm glad you found your parents.
Yeah. Gottfried, you didn't think that I didn't care, did you?
I think everyone hates me, but that's fine.
Gottfried, no.
Shush,
Do we
shush,
need
shush,
to
shush,
send
shush.
you to Bloodshed?
Shush. I just came from there. Why do you think I got the cookies? I went for a completely different reason. Don't ask me what happened today.
Oh. Okay. You don't want to talk about it?
It's less of I don't want to talk about it, more of you really don't want to know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
We're quite
Anything we should
wild.
follow up on?
Ziz is working on padding out the defenses on the Domain of Truth because level 1 warlocks were able to sneak in and almost kill Adamus. Well, not actually kill him, but he was very scared.
Oh, Adamus.
I know. You know, he's not really comfortable with his abilities yet. I think I need to get some personal tutoring with him. Really help him out.
Do you want me to send some warlocks?
If you could polymorph them into me to help, that'd be good, because then he could get a better grasp on the whole punishment thing.
See,
You know what? Maybe I can make him my first
Gary,
actual
but
physical
he's just-
torturer. Don't. Yeah. Speaking of Gary, they were part of the Gary's fan club. There's a Gary fan club. I sent them a message.
There's a Gary fan club that's sneaking into the Domain of Truth and trying to kill the god.
A little bit. They definitely won't be anymore.
I believe that whatever precautions that you have taken are
Were necessary and very effective.
yes.
Necessary is the key word.
But I think we need to talk to Gary.
May I recommend not?
Well, if
You
we
are-
go to him while he's sleeping and dreaming, he can't do anything about it. He's
I
in
know,
my
but-
domain.
I mean, yeah, but just... What about the Arbiter on your shoulder? Doesn't
Well,
that come with you?
It does, but I'm not gonna help Gary with anything.
like,
I'm gonna tell
communicating
him
with
to
him, that's
back
really
the fuck off and
suspicious.
get his stupid
but,
little
like-
warlocks out of the
Well, they weren't his
Pantheon.
warlocks. Technically, they were Z's. Don't worry, it was with permission. It was sanctioned by Alistair. It was like again, it's like, you know when like you get a hacker to break into your own network to see where the weaknesses are? That's what happened.
Even so, if there's a fan club, I really think we should go see. And I want
Trust
to
me,
be
they're
like
open.
trying to impart to Gottfried that like through our friendship, I want to be able to send the message that they're like, I'm looking for an excuse to go confront Gary and have not had it while the Arbiter has been following me around. This is my excuse.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Roll an insight check. Viari, roll a raw charisma check. Raw riz.
17. I got
Uh,
a 17. Not horrible.
So I'm adding modifiers, the charisma modifiers?
Yes, what's your charisma modifier?
It is a +6.
Okay. So that's 2d6. Roll 2d6.
Okay. That is a 23.
23. All right. And what'd you roll, Gottfried?
17.
All right. So it's good. Through Viari's big personality, easy to read when she wants to be. Gottfried, you get the impression very clearly that Viari is desperately trying to find a reason to confront Alistair personally.
Gary.
Gary. My name.
I thought you meant Alistair, as like Godfrey just completely missed it.
No, Gary is confront Gary personally.
Alistair,
has not
yeah!
had that- yeah, get his ass. No, she wants to confront Gary. She wants to have a reason to that is sanctionable. Not sanctionable, that is able to be like okayed by somebody. So this
Gotcha.
it's worth mentioning this current reason doesn't sound good enough to you because it's very clear that this was something that was organized by Alistair and Z's to be okay. So Viari following up on this would probably get some side eyes. You need a little more dirt.
You know what, Viari?
Mm-hmm.
I think confronting him, really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But there is some red tape we should go through first if we're gonna go talk to him. See,
Okay.
I think we should go talk to Z's, because Z's is in charge of buffing up the defenses
Okay.
around the domain of truth. So maybe we could talk to Z's about allowing a little covert ops to see what we can do to buff the defenses. And if that includes confronting Gary, then it does.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's making so much reform against within the God Hunters as well, and so many changes. And the fact that he has a fan club and that his
He does it for
vision
long.
is his vision of how things should be done is spreading is a problem. And if that's left unchecked, then that's a
You're
problem.
so right. So right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
But fine, we'll speak to Z's if you must.
Great. Viari, that's the best idea you've had all day. And you just woke up. How many more grand ideas can you have in the next 12 hours?
I love Gottfried so much.
Alright, you guys gonna go talk to Zeus now? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're
Sure.
so smart.
You guys warp back to the domain of truth. And you go inside and you see that Z's is hard at work writing glyphs down in Celestial. And you see that it is in Alistarian grammar, which is to say, Alistair writes things because it's a weird code version that he swears is more efficient. And he's holding up a paper and is busy translating these glyphs down as he goes.
Hey, Z's.
Hello. The old man's got me doing chores.
Yeah.
Useful time, I guess.
Those look significantly less exciting than the chores I had growing up, but, you know, I grew up, so.
Good one.
Thanks.
You really have to do this right now.
You see that he is scathing.
Sorry,
he's
Gottfried.
scathing with anger, but you also see that there is an arbiter glyph that looks to be a little bit more intense than your glyph. And you see that it is almost always at the ready to burst off with something. And it is encrusted onto his cheek.
Oh, wow. That looks intense. You're grounded too?
Cookie?
Is it one of Bloodshed's?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I am more than grounded, Viari. I'm under arrest.
Yeah, same. Do you know who the... Do you know who the first... If you ever heard anything else about the first one, about like our big brother or sister or sibling or whatever?
Alistair's
Like,
first kid?
yeah.
No.
Wonder if they've ever been grounded. Anyway,
I'm
so
arrested.
you're bolstering... It's grounded at best. He gives us slaps on the wrist. This isn't even that bad.
If I fuck up writing one of these glyphs, my head explodes. You do know that?
I'll revivify you.
I'll come.
Yeah,
Like the glyph will
well,
revivify
yeah,
me
you'll
as
come
well,
back.
but I will explode.
Well, what's the worst thing you've ever done to someone else?
Point taken. Anyway, do you have questions, or are you just here to pester and gloat or something?
No, we do have questions. Specifically regarding the defenses of what you're doing here, and how did you contact / find random Gary followers?
Oh, it's quite easy. They're making a huge ruckus outside of the God Hunters Association. They're more or less positive protesters. Just waving signs around, just going, oh, we love Gary, we love what he's doing, fuck the gods. And they were a bunch of know-nothings.
Right.
So I just ran up to them and offered them a deal, and seeing hilarious. They hate gods, but as soon as you offer them godly power, they buckle very quickly. Gave them that.
Right, but it sounds like there's a lot of like Gary's ideals spreading.
Sort of. It's more like the god. I wouldn't count these guys as his ideals are spreading. More like they think he's much cooler than he actually is. They got an idea. They had an idea of what they think he is. You know.
Parasocial relationships go crazy.
Go crazy.
Yeah. You do know that he's the only person ever to kill a god in their domain.
Pretty impressive. Gotta hand it to him.
I feel like that sends a message to people like this.
It does. And I see your point. You're a little worried that people are gonna start being a little curious about who else they can try to kill.
Yeah.
What do
And
you
we all have
suggest?
warlocks. For one thing, I would like to talk to Gary, because I want to see if he can help quell this.
You want to
Or if we can persuade him
You want to
to
talk?
quell this.
I mean, he doesn't even directly control these people. I don't see what power he could have over them, but
Well, if they would listen to him.
He's gonna make an insight check because this strikes him as weird.
Can I give advantage?
Viari, do you want him to know why you're doing this?
I don't really mind either way. But is this against my deception?
Well, I'm trying to read whether or not you're trying to deceive him or you're trying to make your intentions known.
Oh, I think I'm deceiving, but I don't care if he, like, it's not my heart isn't in the lie, you know?
I don't know how to read that. What's your intent? Do you
Okay. I want to roll deception.
Okay, so you are lying to him. Please roll deception.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So that is going to be a D20 plus my modifier for this is plus 20, which is.
Let me do a quick check.
Thank you.
76s.
76s. You'd think I'd remember this at some point. Do you know what we should do is make alternate versions of our character sheets and then just write the number of D6s in the little bonus thing instead of the modifier, so we don't have to do a calc.
I'm working on getting an Excel sheets ready for you guys.
Yeah, but like we could just make an alternate version of our like D&D Beyond sheets.
That's true.
For now, dice roller. I'm just going to do this online because that's a lot of D6s and I don't want to have to get my bag out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 40.
40. All right. There's no fucking way. He does not know how to read this shit. Look, I really don't think they're that much of a problem. They're just like some random scramblers out front. But what are you concerned about with Gary?
Yeah, but also no one thought that Gary was going to be a problem for truth either. Everyone tends to discount people that they think are too weak to do anything, and then when that person becomes a problem, it's a real problem. Maybe we need to start taking the spread of information and the spread of ideals more seriously, more early on.
All right, it's a fair point. As head of this fucking project, and as he says, trying to hand wave this, a piece of paper appears in front of him. God fucking damn it.
You're doing great, grandson. We're proud of you, Sonny.
You have to know that this is the funniest punishment that you could possibly be suffering right now, for me personally.
Oh, I'm aware. I am very, very aware.
Yeah.
He writes it out, hands you the sheet. It's just like, it is a very by the numbers, like you are sanctioned to go and interrogate the Gary fan club, as they call themselves, as well as meet with Gary in a safe manner as deemed by your arbiter.
Do I need to sign this? Is this a contract?
It is a contract, yes.
I am not even going to have someone else handle it first. I am going to take this like looking him dead in the eye, knowing that he would not dare.
You sign it. And nothing happens.
Great.
Enjoy your stay. Please report back to me once it's done.
No worries. Thanks, boss. Shall we go now, Gottfried?
All right, you guys warp.
Into the dreaming?
You guys are... Your first stop, I believe, was to interrogate the Gary fan club. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I want to actually just go to Gary first, but that's fair.
Okay, we can go to Gary first. No, let's go to Gary first. I've sent the message.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll show up in like a week, and if they're still there, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I feel like they need time to get the message to sink in before we go see Gary.
How hungry are you?
You go to the dreaming.
Am I there?
Yeah, you
Am
are.
I there?
You're there. You're
Okay.
there with VR. This This place is a little bit overwhelming to the senses for you, Gottfried. There's mist and fireflies, and it's dark, but it's light at the same time. You can see everything. It's a bit of a swirling mess. And it is here that you wait for Gary to fall to his slumber. He does eventually go to sleep, as all mortals do. And at this time, he apparates at first hazily. It looks almost like you're staring at a low opacity version of him until he solidifies and he is asleep. It is dead quiet. He opens his eyes and he sees you too.
Is he lucid without needing to be like made lucid?
With your presence here, it's safe to say that he will respond in whatever way you command.
Hey, Gary.
Am I dead?
No. You're asleep.
I'm dreaming.
You're dreaming.
So this is fake. This isn't real. You're not here.
Oh. Gary. You are not that stupid. I was ready to appoint you as lieutenant of this place, and you're going to sit there and tell me that just because you are dreaming, this isn't real?
Just gonna insight check. Okay. Point taken. So why haven't you
Great.
killed me?
Why would I kill you?
I implicated you in murder. I betrayed your trust. I backstabbed you.
Yeah, and I'm furious, and I expect an apology, preferably with flowers. But anyway, I have work to do, and I would just really appreciate if we could speed up whatever needs to be sped up so that I can do my job. You have a fan club that's causing us problems. A fan club,
I
Gary.
do.
Yes. My God, this is even more embarrassing than when you were part of Fader's fan club.
I wasn't aware I had a fan club. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, frankly, I'm not too thrilled with the whole, we want to kill all the gods and make sure that they're all dead, and Gary is our hero for doing this bullshit. So if you could get that under wraps, because I'm pretty confident that you don't actually want every god dead. You just want to make sure that gods don't get too big for their boots. So unless you want every god dead, because I'm going to be really annoyed if you want every god dead.
I don't want every god dead. I'm just confused as to what you want me to do about some random weirdos. I can't control them.
Guys, I really think they're taken care of. I'm gonna be honest.
I think that you need to start spreading the word on whatever your ideology is to start quelling this nonsense and take responsibility for the results of your actions. Because frankly, as much as you want to criticize gods for the way that our actions impact the rest of reality, the truth is that your actions are having the same kind of effect, and what you did was big. And also you have the former god of protection with you, which I don't know how that changes your place in all of this and what you are and what he is, but I just think that your presence is bigger than the average mortal at this point, and it is, if you want to sit there and lecture everyone else on the implications of their roles in the grand scheme of things, then you need to be willing to take responsibility for that. For yourself.
You got so upset by me saying that the God of Truth's actions were harmful to the mortal plane that you got personally upset by this? You're saying that I'm sitting here and lecturing people?
You've lectured me specifically on numerous occasions.
As your equal. As your friend. As someone trying to help you understand your place in the world that is so big and scary. Because you were overwhelmed.
When you implicated me in Truth's death?
You have every right to be upset at me for that. But be upset at me for that. Point at me. Tell me I'm an asshole for doing that. Tell me I am a jerk. I'm a bad friend. I'm an asshole, a betrayer. But don't get upset at me for trying to help you. Call me every goddamn name under the sun, but I tried my best to help you understand what a god does. I'll deal with the fan club.
Yeah, you really don't have to do that.
I'm not upset about the lectures. I am warning you not to make the same mistake that you were lecturing me against. Because your role in all of this is bigger than the average mortal now, and whether or not it's the same kind of thing as a god, I would prefer if we didn't have warlocks constantly attempting to sneak into godly domains and assassinate them in their domain.
They were warlocks?
Yeah, that was like a whole other thing. It's more of like a thing where it's like given the opportunity, they'll break in and try not on behalf of you, but in your name. So it's not directly your fault, but it's the fact
you
that they
set
want
an example.
Yeah, like it's not a you thing; it's a them thing.
Fine. And I will send out a memo and say any copycats are copycatting me is not to be done. It took years of planning. Do not attempt to kill a god in their own domain. You'll probably die. And if you do try to do it, good luck. You will find yourself a nice grease paint stain on the ground.
Oh, maybe not on the ground.
Are you okay, Gottfried?
I was really hungry earlier.
I'm not gonna peer any deeper into that abyss than I need to. Look, I'll do what I can about the fan club, but they're random people. Is that what this is about? You guys came, you invaded my dreams to talk about a fan club that I didn't start?
That's why I'm here. I'm gonna leave. I don't actually sleep, so good night.
You can. Okay.
Gottfried, you actually can't leave unless Viari lets you.
I'll let him. Like, if he wants to go, he can go.
I thought you might want to have like a second with, Gary.
I don't mind if you're here.
Okay, I'll be here then.
Yeah. Well, there is the fact that I am still pretty fucking annoyed about everything.
And you're right to be.
I know.
Do you want to know anything? Why, perhaps?
Are you going to tell me the truth?
Yes. I will tell you everything.
Insight.
Go for it.
I, Brooke, believe him, but I think it would be very silly of Viari to not check this. 24.
I did what I believed was right. I did what I believed would be best for the Pantheon.
Which Pantheon?
The Order Pantheon. I still
Why do you believe it's best?
Because Truth was fucking everything up.
How?
He couldn't get over his own rigid belief system to understand that if any belief is to be sustained for a long period of time, it must adapt to changes in its environment. and his rigidity caused truth to fracture. And it continued to fracture and struggle and wane against the tide of difficulty that is maintaining perfect truth. So,
Why have me kill the first warlock of truth then?
because the first Warlock of Truth and I were originally in on the mission together, we both made the decision to kill him, but he got cold feet. So I gave him
Insight.
Mhm.
Okay. 27.
He's telling the truth. We both got cold feet. We were both the start of an organization, a small strike team of elite warlocks of truth. We called ourselves the God Hunters.
Why not tell me any of this before?
Because it needed to be a secret. If I spoke any of this, if I spoke the truth, truth would know. He knows every truth. As long as it wasn't spoken, he would not know it. Caveats of the Truth Warlock contract.
Could you lie to truth when you first made that contract?
The first contract I made with truth, it was so rigid that it was filled with holes. His lack of hypocrisy made him weak. He cared only for truth. He cared nothing for... He didn't care about lies. It didn't matter that I had ill intent toward him. He just cared that I was willing to uphold the truth. Which
So he knew.
Whether or not he knew and just didn't care, or he didn't know, I will never know, because he's dead and I killed him. And I never bothered to ask. But the only way I could keep it a secret as we moved to the final part of this whole mission was I needed a contract with a very specific god. That god was you. Make no mistake, I would have made the deal with any god who was in your position. It unfortunately was you. I knew that
Do you
truth
feel bad about it?
Of course I feel bad.
Why didn't you apologize in your letter?
How could I?
That's not a good enough excuse. How could you not?
It felt shallow. I nearly ruined your life the same way that Z's did, but worse. I felt anyway. And I know how you feel about him. I understand how you feel about him. I know there's no forgiveness for him. So I felt there wasn't for me. So I didn't ask.
You people always make this decision for me. You always sit there and decide that there's no forgiveness for any given person who's influenced my life, and yet no one ever apologizes or acknowledges what they've done. The one person who has ever done that is Ace. That was all I needed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to use you. I'm sorry that I put you in that position. I'm sorry I didn't ask for forgiveness in my letter.
I told you a lot of information before all of this went down. I need you to sign a contract ensuring that you will not ever disclose any of it to anyone.
What information specifically?
About the face word of truth. About having to sign contracts. About everything to do with my domain. Every secret I've ever told you. I need you to sign a contract saying that you will not tell anyone. Ever.
Persuasion check.
Can I
Okay.
give the help action?
That's
Unfortunately,
a
no.
plus. That's
Not
a
even by
plus.
standing there and looking scary.
You are not helping the person. No, I'm sorry, Danny.
I'll eat
It's a
him.
plus 6, so is that 2d6?
Plus 6 is 2d6. Yes.
21.
Okay. Even in the scenario where it might save your life.
If it'll save my life, then I'll allow it.
Okay.
Or my friends' lives.
You sure you want to put that in there? You're responsible for your own life. You don't need to be responsible for others. He signs it.
Good. Everything else I had in place was tied to your warlock contracts, and I was really worried about the NDAs not being able to be effective because of all of that. All right. Now you're going to tell me the truth. Everything.
What? What truth?
Any missing details of all of your plans that are happening and what I can expect from the God Hunters, because quite frankly, you lot are a loose cannon in our plans, and we're in the middle of a pantheonic war, and I do not intend to lose.
And with
You know,
that-
sometimes I forget we're fighting a war.
And with that, we're
Yeah.
gonna go to break. We're gonna end for the week. Thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of PP Game of Paperwork Pantheon. What a time! What an episode! Always a wild ride when it's just Gottfried and Viari.
I am
you
so
being
serious
awesome.
and so sad, and then Gottfried is just a skeleton with yogurt in his finger bones and bananas in his shin bones.
And man in my stomach.
I have been Offbeat Outlaw. Please, if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoy the streams, please be sure to tune in next week, as well as check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/offbeatoutlaw. I stream every weekday, so that's fun, as well as check out the rest of my YouTube videos. They're very good. They're very fun. I have a grand
They
old time.
are.
You want to get better at Baldur's Gate 3? I'm slowly cracking that system open. I'm figuring it out. I'm a genius. What can I say?
Offbeat Outlaw, when are we making our system again?
You have been hanging out with Amelia for like.
I know.
Speaking of, will we see you on Monday?
Oh, my Tuesday, your Monday?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm getting a shift that day. I still haven't heard about that. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to please be sure to check out the Twitch and check out the Patreon. The Patreon's the best way to support me. I plug super hard because guess what? We live in capitalism, and boy howdy, does it help when I have money.
Yes.
Passing it.
Please fund Offbeat Outlaw so they'll come visit me in Australia.
That's a reason up there. Danny.
I'm Daniel.
Crazy. Brooke.
I'm Brooke.